Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Trying to wait on some people to come online here. Good morning. If you're coming online, say something. If you're on, say something.
You're mute.
Can't be on mute.
It's not saying anything.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, say something. You still can't hear me? I'm gonna have to start it over. I'm gonna start this over. So somebody told me that they can't hear me. You can hear me now? Okay. All right. It's on a delay. You need to stop yours and start it again. All right. I'm gonna fill y'all in on some things that's going on worldwide in just a minute. Soon as I get about 20 people on the line, I just want to let everybody know exactly what's going on in the U.S. and what's going on in Africa right now with the work that I'm doing and the work that I've been doing between the continent of the United States and now what I'm doing in Africa. So I need for you all to go online and click your friends and let them know. I know it's early in the morning for some of y'all. Some of y'all it's around 8 o'clock. Some of y'all is in a different time zone, probably around 6 o'clock. I know some people over in Brazil is watching. There in Brazil, it's about 9 o'clock in the morning, almost 10 minutes till. So I need for y'all to go online, click your friends, and let them know that you're talking to the first of the first. And this is some information for them that they really need to know. So I need for y'all to do that. Good morning, Miss Proctor. How you doing? Okay, you can hear me? That's good. Thank you very much for letting me know that. Linda Wallace, good morning to you, sweetheart. I'm gonna get with you sometime before the end of the week. If not, you can get with me and let me know how you doing. Okay? So I know some of y'all getting ready to go to work and stuff, but you really need to hear this. You need to hear it from, somebody that really know what the hell they talking about. For real, for real. So I just want y'all to know this. I'm very emotional right now, just coming back from the motherland, putting projects and programs together, and being received with open arms in all the municipalities and everything. The work that I'm doing, the work that I've been doing in the United States, and now I'm global with the work that I'm doing. So I want about 20 people online. I see about 7 people is watching. So, I know I'm not Umar Johnson and all those people that talk all this rhetoric, and they could talk a good game, but trying to put it in practice is something else. That's good, Miss Proctor. I'm glad you're doing fine. Hey, Miss Ruby Johnson, how you doing this morning? Good morning. Good morning. I need about 12 more people on the line. I'm going to give y'all some information that's going to be devastating to you. I've been trying to hold this stuff back for a while, but now it's really got got to be next to me. So I want y'all to know that this morning. I need 12 more people on the line. Just call somebody to call somebody. I need for this information to go viral as well. You all really need to know what's going on in your country and in your continent of the United States and abroad. So this is some serious business. Good morning, Miss Eleanor Freeman Clark. Good morning. Good morning, Augusta. Good morning. All right, and so I see about 8 people on the line. I know it's early in the morning for some folks. Some people it's not so early for. Good morning, Miss Martin. Good morning. All right, I got a lot of friends. I got over 5,000 friends. So why we can't get 20 friends on the line? I'm gonna give you a little information. Have you all, and you can answer, you can respond, and if I don't read them now, I'll read them later and try to get back with you. Have you all noticed that on Facebook that it's hard to really get a lot of friends and a lot of likes, and not really about the likes, but the friends that's on your page, they only seem to stay on your page, the few people that you talk to. If you click on somebody, they'll come online for a while, and then if you don't talk to them for a while, they go off. It's done by design, okay? The multimedia circuit for Facebook is like that. At first, you could talk to all your friends, and you had friends that had friends, and if you was online, you could talk to them, but that was before the video chat thing was hooked up. But they're doing this by design. Brother Malik, I know you noticed a few minutes ago you was cut offline. They do that by design because of the stuff that we're talking. That's real talk about being the first of the first. So when you all look at this, I want you to keep in mind that the people that's controlling the media is controlling everything that you do. They control when you eat, when you sleep, when you talk, what you do. I posted a thing online about a week ago with the mask over the mouth, doing slavery, about the eating of the corn. The people, the slave masters didn't want people to eat the corn. So they put a muzzle over the mouth of the blacks, over the slaves, when they was going to pick corn and stuff, so they couldn't actually eat corn in the field. So they put a muzzle over the mouth. So I posted a picture of that, and they removed it. They took it down. I really don't do Facebook that much like I used to before, because I got a lot of stuff on my mind, a lot of stuff going on. So what I'm trying to do is put this thing together for the world as a whole. This is not dealing with racism or prejudice and stuff. And people will tell you that's online right now, that's looking at me, that I will do anything I can for anyone. Okay? I'll do anything I can for anyone. And it's no secret to the amount of work that I've done and the amount of work that I continuously do. So I just want you to know up front that you're talking to one of the most honest brothers that you ever going to see. And this is not being racist, but we have a different fight and different plight than every other culture of people. So with that said, we all really need to think about what's going on and the way that we are utilizing or not utilizing our resources being people like us doing business like us. Okay, so I'm trying to fill you in a little bit before I go into my trip to Luanda, Angola, Africa. So I'm not sure if Alpha Quabo is on this morning because he's in Brazil right now. He's putting together some projects and programs in Brazil, welcoming the family with the Queen Diambi. And I'm not sure if she's online this morning. But I just want you all to know the work that the Waker Foundation has done. Good morning, Rodney. How you doing, my brother? I have my co-chairman on the line as well. I have a couple of people online this morning from my foundation. I want to thank you all for all the hard work. And I know that a lot of times it goes without saying, and you know that I love you and I appreciate for all the work that you do. But I really appreciate y'all and all the hard work that you've done over the years, Rodney McBride and Miss Freeman, and Shalita Mitchell, and Arlene Day. I want to thank y'all for all the hard work that y'all have been doing over the years for the Waker Foundation, trying to bring awareness to situations. When they arrive, we try to combat it. We try to deal with it on that level. So with that said, I got 11 people on the line. I'm going to go ahead and get started with this. As most of you all know, that I came back to Alabama 3 years ago to put together some projects and programs because I was asked to come here and put some projects and programs together for Ozark to start off with, and then later on Dothan, Alabama, and Troy, Alabama. The projects and programs were very successful, but at some point in time, the people decided they didn't really want it. They wanted it, but they just didn't want anyone black to be over the top of it because they don't have melanin in their skin, so they really don't have a concept of what needs to be going on with people of color. And then a lot of times we get caught up into thinking that we know when we don't know. So a lot of activities that I put together, proposals that I did for the city of Ozark specifically, I don't care who posts or who tells what, but I just want people to know exactly what the Waker Foundation has been doing and myself personally. I put together some projects and programs to bring awareness to the police brutality and stuff. It was very successful. And then after it was successful, they decided they didn't want it to be successful. So what they did was they turned away from what we were doing and decided that they didn't want it to happen anymore. So what they did was they call themselves shutting me out. They think they shut me out, but they don't know they got a rude awakening coming within the next 60 days. Okay. So I can't give you too much information. I'm just giving you just enough information to let you know what's going on. On top of that, some of the projects and programs that I try to implement, they said that it wasn't feasible for the town. Okay, but yet and still, they try to implement the projects and the programs that I put together with the Waker Foundation. So is that a quandary or what? I mean, really, you say it's not conducive to the town, but you try to use the information and utilize it and make it for yourself to utilize for the town. Anyway, we're not going to get into that. All right, so here we are, 3 years later, trying to see exactly what's going on in the world. So all the projects and programs that I try to implement, being the first of the first, for all you that don't know, I'm the first dual graduate to graduate from college and high school the same day. That's the first in the world to do that. Well, the Guinness Book of World Records still haven't put it in the Guinness Book of World Records that I'm the first of the first to be able to do that, or to be able to do that, or to get that done. Well, let me explain something to you. It was done on a challenge, really. When I look at it, it was really done on a challenge to prove that blacks was inferior over whites because it was two white boys that started college the same day that I did, and me being the only black, and I'm the only one that graduated from college and high school the same day. Well, after they figured that out, when I was in the 12th grade, they decided, okay, well, we're not going to let this dude graduate from college because he hadn't yet graduated from high school. So what happens? I graduated from high school and college the same day. So a lot of people want to know how that happened. The way that happened is they had a program that was a challenge program, basically. And I named it the dual enrollment program because we was enrolled in two places at the same time, in college and high school at the same time. And then since they couldn't pass the first test and I went on to graduate, they didn't want that to be seen in history. So it's a part of history. For all y'all that don't know, you can document this. And I don't know what kind of research you can do on it other than go to my page and look and see the articles that's been written on me. Now, another thing is that I was the first and only black king of an elementary school, predominantly white elementary school after integration. Why is this so synonymous? Because to make this really synonymous for me means that I'm in a predominantly white school and I become the black king, not even wanting to do this. I asked them not to do it, but they put me on the list to be chosen as the king of an elementary school after integration. So what makes it so synonymous? It means that I'm the first of the first, and that means that the Lord has chosen me to do certain things for certain reasons. Okay? So for the reasons that was unbeknownst to me until recently, within the last 3 years after having a stroke, I get a chance to see firsthand exactly what's going on in the world, period. So let's get back to what I was saying about the events. The events was very successful in Alabama because there was about to be basically a civil war. Hey, Miss Cook, how you doing? I see you're there now. There was about to be a civil war basically in Dothan, Alabama. It was about to come off behind Chief Parrish and Doug Valeska, the district attorney that was setting the black boys up with the drugs and the guns and all that type of stuff. So I got a phone call when I was in Dubai working on my hotel project to just come to see what was going on. When I came to see what was going on and I started doing my investigation or my line of questioning, because it wasn't really an investigation, because people didn't really come forward with the information that was necessary to do a proper investigation. So let's get to the African project. I'm in Luanda, Angola, Africa, where nothing but melanated people resides. Everybody is absolutely wonderful. I went to Bango. It's right outside of Luanda. It's on the way to Keso. Keso is an area where the elders live, where the battles was fought for 27 years. They fought a civil war there. The Angolan people came in. They tried to take over the land and the property and stuff in Angola. And the people fought against them with machetes and swords and got the weapons from them and fought a guerrilla type tactic in order to get those people out of their country. And they did a great job of doing it. I went to the military museum, and you're going to see these videos coming up real soon, a documentary of me being the first person, the first black person from America to go there to put some projects and programs together. Got nothing to do with black. It's got to do with what the concept is. The concept is to bring people together that's like-minded. What do I mean by like-minded? That means people that thinks on the same accord, people that is on the same level for whatever we're doing. So the people in Bango, they have some projects and stuff that they want to have done. So they asked me if I could put together some projects and programs, and I told them that I would. So yesterday, y'all listen, yesterday, I started getting my documentation back from Bango. And the documents are contracts between me and them to help them redevelop their country, their town, in the continent of Africa. All right. So what I have some of my staff doing, Miss Janae Cook and Miss McLeod, Miss Freeman, and some more volunteers, Rodney McBride, Arlene Day, is we're putting together some information for everyone to be able to invest. Okay. Let me explain something to you. This is not for everyone. It's just for a chosen few people to know your destiny, to figure that out along the way. Because some of us can see our destiny and not want to touch the destiny that sits before us. Okay? So we're not using our third eye. Our third eye is not open. Until our third eye opens, we're just looking out of these two eyes, the two penetrating eyes that we have. The third eye has not been open. My third eye has been open for a long, long time. Okay? So in Keso, there's no lights, no running water. There's mud houses there. And if you can call those houses, I really feel sorry for the people that live there, because they really don't know the devastation that they're living in and under. There's no light. So at nighttime, the highway is black, absolutely dark. There's no light whatsoever unless there's a candlelight or a lamp light. The people live as good as they can live under the conditions of being in a civil war for 27 years. Now, the war just ended and the documents was just signed in 2002. So it's been, 16 years. 16 years since the Civil War has ended, and the place is still devastated. But now that there's a new president and they have a different democracy coming in, they're looking for people like us to come and help them to redevelop the continent of Africa and the country, especially of Luanda, Angola, in order to create businesses and opportunities for everybody. So they need our talents. They need our skills there. They need nurses and doctors and teachers. I've talked to a university there. That's where I did the conference at. The university wants me to come and put together some projects and programs as far as job training and educational stuff so that people will know exactly what's going on, what we can do in order to collectively join forces with the people in the continent of Africa and the people that's outside of Africa that can come in and to contribute to the economy, to the bottom line. So what I'm telling you is this. I'm looking for teachers, welders. God forbid that we get there and we need a lot of contractors and subcontractors. So, and I say God forbid being sarcastic, but at the end of the day, they need help to develop the continent of Africa. So I'm asking all of you, if you're on my page and if you know someone that is looking and maybe interested in going to Africa as a teacher, as a nurse, as a doctor, as a contractor, as a puckwooder, as a person that does mining, let me know in my inbox, please. If you got connection with Akon, Jay-Z, Chris Rock, whoever, let them know exactly who we are and what we're doing. Because I'm going to be going back in a couple of weeks dealing with my hair product. Okay, I know y'all seen my hair product online as well. That product is getting ready to be distributed by the people in Angola, exclusively in Angola for the continent of Africa. And I can tell you this, it's going to be very, very, very successful because the people that I talked to while I was there, about 1,200 people is interested in the product already. They're ready to take the weaves and stuff out of their hair. They're ready to take the sew ends out. They're ready to take the glue ends out. They're ready to do all of that stuff. So I say that to say this. Get in contact with me. I'm getting ready to have stocks and bonds and investment packages together for what we're doing, creating the businesses, the opportunity, and building houses and creating agriculture. So the agriculture and stuff is there already. I just want you all to know who's really doing the work and who's trying to get this thing done on a much broader scale, because we are the chosen people and we need to step up to the plate. We need to be able to get the job done in a professional manner. I'll tell you something else. While I was there, I didn't hear a gunshot. I didn't see anybody fussing. I didn't see anybody fighting. I just saw a lot of beautiful people going along with their daily lives. I tell you this, in the morning time when I was there, 7 o'clock, streets are full of people, buses going and coming and people putting together activities and events and stuff. And while I was there, and I was like amazed at the things that I saw. Hold on. I got somebody irking my nerve this morning. So I just want y'all to know, hey, look, I have people right now that's in the process of getting their visas and their passports. Well, their passports, really. They can't get a visa unless they get a letter. And that's something else we're going to be working on. We're going to be working on why you need a visa to go into every country in the continent of Africa. That's keeping us divided, isn't it? That's really keeping us divided. So I just want you all to know, if you can, share this video. Like this video. Help me get this information out. I'm going to need everyone's help financially, mentally, emotionally, physically to bring true awareness to situations that has been devastated. I mean, absolutely devastated. When I look at the village in Queso and Bango, when I look at the village, Bango, let me give you a little history on Bango. Bango is the village where the bridge is, where the Portuguese was trying to come over into Luanda. So the people from Portugal trying to come into Luanda and the people in Africa trying to keep them out of Luanda. If they would have took Luanda, which is probably about 30 miles, I would say, from Bango, they would have had the whole country of Angola. So I just want y'all to know this. The history is they fought with machetes. They fought with knives. They fought with sticks. They fought with bricks. And they overcame the terrain. And they overcame their opponent. They wiped their opponent out. They pushed them back into the hills. And those hills are the hills where I'm about to develop housing. I'm about to put some houses there for those people that really deserve housing, because I'm a general contractor. So I'm going to put some houses and stuff there. I'm going to provide running water and everything for these people. They have the resources to get it done. They just don't have the exact scientific knowledge that we have here in the United States. So I'm going to take them some knowledge. Another thing. These people has been told for years and years, the ceilings over there is 10 foot high. 10 foot high ceilings in a house. Why? Why is the ceiling so high? This is the question that I asked a lot of people while I was there. Why is the ceilings in the house so tall? The logic to that was heat rises. Yes, but heat is to be displaced by other means as well. And then they have one window, mostly on these apartments and stuff that I'm telling you about. They have one window on the front side of the house and one window in the back side of the house. And the window's so small, the air couldn't come in if it had to. So education is the key. So I'm going to educate these people as much as I can. I have put together some confidentiality agreements and some no-compete clauses. The same thing that I did when I was in Alabama, the same thing that I did, and I always do this, and I do it for a reason, because when you take, whether you sign it or not, when you agree to it verbally and on camera, it's a contract. It's literally a contract. So I want you to know that I'm getting ready to go back to Africa. I'm going to be doing a conference. I'm going to let you know where it's going to be at on my hair products. It's all natural. So you don't have to worry about asking about no chemical, no preservatives, no leads, none of that stuff. Because none of that stuff is in it. So don't ask me what's in the ingredients. Just take my word for it when I tell you it works. Because I would have been bald-headed, absolutely bald-headed by now if my product was not working. I have pictures and stuff on my website. You can go to my website, www.wakercd.me. Waker is spelled WAKERCD.me. And you can look at the hair product right there online. You can see the before and after pictures. You can see before pictures of people's hair 90 days before they started doing the product, and then 90 days after the product was being implemented by them. They do it themselves. It's just a little bit of something you put in the palm of your hand and you put it in the top of your head every morning, and it doesn't weigh your hair down. It's a little oily, don't get me wrong, but I would rather have a little oil in my head than be bald headed and hair coming all out around the sides and stuff. And then all these glue in and weaves and stuff that you're doing, you need to stop doing that because you're beautiful the way you are. Queens, you're beautiful, absolutely beautiful. There's so many people in Africa that's bleaching their skin and putting these weaves and stuff in their head. It's not necessary. It's absolutely not necessary because you're beautiful the way you are. You're the creme de la creme when it comes to beauty. Your curve, your facial features, your full figureness. You're beautiful the way you are. So let's take the stuff out of your head and put something in your hair that is all natural and make it grow for itself. You can grow it, you can cut it, you can trim it, you can do whatever you want to do with it. But this product works. If it didn't work, I wouldn't tell you it worked because my reputation is on the line. And I got a reputation to behold. So I just want you to know there's a lot of information coming down the pipeline. And I know that this is my second going live, and I'm not that good at it, but we want people to take these weaves and stuff out of your head because them glue ends and stuff is pulling your brains out. It's pulling the follicles out of your hair when you put the glue ends in, when you do the sew ends in. Let me ask you all a question, ladies. Do you read the instructions on the packages before you put the weave in your hair? Do you know where this product is coming from? Do you know what it's made out of? Do you know? Because if you don't know, you don't need to be utilizing it. You patting your head like this. You patting your head like this. Do you know why you're doing that? It's just itching because it's been up there a few days. No, it just got up there yesterday. And you patting it because it's tight. No, you're not patting it because it's tight. You're not patting it because it's been up there for a while. You're not patting it for any of those reasons. You're patting it because it got parasites in it. That's right. It's made out of tree bark. A lot of that stuff is made out of tree bark. So you're looking at me now, and I got a full face of hair. Thanks to the Waker Hair Solution. Before, I don't have anything added on the front of my face or anything. This is all Waker Hair Solution here. You know, this is another thing. Don't expect a miracle. So if you got a bald spot, or not a bald spot, but a spot that's been damaged or something, your hair is not going to grow in that area. So I just want you to know that in case you decide that you want to purchase this hair product. I'm working on the shampoo and the conditioner and the lotion now, and all of it's all natural. It's got to be made up 5 to 7 days. The hair product, the shampoo and the conditioner. The shampoo is to be used within 5 days of being made up. And the conditioner is to be used within 7 days of being made up. And when I say being made up, that means that this is not a preservative or a chemical that's in there. It's all natural. When you have 2 or more solutions put together, it means it needs to be used within a certain amount of time, or the time will elapse and the product will collaborate with each other. That means it will manifest itself on each other's part. So I just want y'all to know, exactly what's going on. We're not wanted in America. I can tell you that. Because if we was wanted in America, the information that we've been disseminating in England either, the information that we've been disseminating would be being taken more seriously. Would be taken more seriously. We are the creme de la creme when it comes to coming up with ideals and development. So let's get back to the ideals. The ideals was to put together in sequential order to prevent the violence between the police department and the citizens. So I put those events together. They was very successful. You can go into my timeline. You can Google my name and see what's going on with that. When it comes to the things that we need to really be paying attention to, we don't pay attention to that. It's about sex. drugs, lies, partying, and stuff. We got to come out of that. And I'm not here to preach to you because I'm on my way to Africa. I'm on my way to where people is really ready and sick and tired of being sick and tired. They don't want to fight no more. They don't want to war no more. They don't want to do nothing but love each other and put together the continent of Africa. So the gold and the diamonds and the jewels and the oil and stuff, I'm getting ready to go and I'm getting ready to deal with all of that on all these different levels and everything. Good morning, Miss Rosie Rose. The website is Waker, WAKERCD.me for the hair product. And if you want to make a donation to the Waker Foundation, which is a nonprofit 501c3 charity group, you can go to www.wakerfoundation.me. M-E. Okay? So we need a lot of help. Don't be fooled, tricked, or stood aside by people with all these false accusations and stuff, because it's not there. It's not going to happen. We take people's word for what they want. If I woulda, shoulda, coulda, if black folks did this and black folks did that. We're some of the most brilliant people on the planet. We're all the most brilliant people on the planet because we got something in our skin and in our tone that nobody else has. They can't get what we got. Do you not know? Let me explain something to y'all. Do you not know that our curly hair is a conductor? Our curly hair is a conductor. We are the chosen people because we have conductors in our head that radiates information to our brains that makes us who we are. We don't have the straight long hair because you can't conduct nothing with straight long stuff. All conductors that you see has a role in it. The roll in my face, the roll in my beard, that's conductors. That's getting information. That's making you wise. So why would you want to straighten your hair out if you already have a natural conductor? Thank you, Miss Cook. Thank you, Jane. Miss Rose, that's the information that you was asking for right there on the website. Okay? So I just want y'all to know that up front, what's going on. What we need to do is partner in every area, whether it's religion. The documentary is coming out soon. I got a short documentary that is going to come out soon about my trip and my plight to Africa. I don't care what kind of investments that you're thinking about doing, don't do them. Do not do the investments you're thinking about doing. I got the investment that's gonna take the world by storm. I can guarantee you within 1 year that you'll be seeing dividends on your money. I can guarantee it. So I'm waiting on a couple of more documents to come over and come in and be signed. The partnership agreements is being signed. And if you want any information from me, even if you want to invest in what I'm doing, there's a confidentiality and a no compete clause that has to be signed before I do business with anybody. Anybody else, nobody, no conversations, just the little stuff that you got here. That's all you're going to get unless you sign an agreement. That agreement is to be signed and is to be notarized by someone of statute, a notary or something, to let people know, hey, look, this dude is serious about the business of doing business. I'm too old for this. Look at this. Look at this. I'm too old for this. This has to do with growing wise. We all need to protect ourselves and our businesses by signing agreements to come to peace, to come together on one accord. We need to be able to rest at ease. The information that we disseminated, that we can feel comfortable with disseminating the information by having an agreement signed. Okay? Is there any questions? I know I covered a lot of stuff this morning. All right. So, without any further ado, I want to wish you all a great morning, a great Wednesday morning, a great hump day morning. I want to thank you all for chiming in with me this morning, especially you, Miss Rose. It's good to see you. I'm back on this side of the water for a minute. I can't wait to get back on the other side with the projects and the programs, such as the development of a daycare center. I'm going to be doing a school. I'm going to be doing a recreation center. I'm going to be doing, there's a sewing factory. People listen, please. If you call yourself buying some African attire and stuff, more likely it ain't done by people in Africa, unless you got a direct line to Africa and the people that's doing it directly for you from Africa. A lot of that stuff is made by the Chinese and stuff. But I got a sewing factory in Bango that I'm partnering with right now as we speak. They're going to be doing some sewing. These people have disabilities from fighting in the war or something, but they have a sewing factory there. I'm going to be promoting the sewing factory and the clothing, and they doing curtains, they doing clothing, they doing all kind of different stuff in Bango. This is where they fought the Civil War. Don't forget that the Civil War just ended in 2002. Okay, this Civil War just ended in 2002. So if you're donating your money to any place else other than the Waker Foundation, let me explain something to you. You're donating to the wrong place, because the Waker Foundation just doesn't do one thing. It does everything. Every single solitary thing. So if you donate your money to the Goodwill, let me tell you something. Only about 6% of that money that you're donating to the Goodwill is probably actually going towards the cause. And the rest of that money is going towards administrative costs, the big buildings that they buy, all kind of stuff. I just want you to know this up front. That's why this video is very important to go viral. You need to tell people, no matter how much he's going back and forth in this video, you need to be watching this video. This brother right here is on top of the things that he need to be on top of. I've been doing this stuff now for almost 40 years. Let's just take going back to me being the first king of an elementary school. Almost 50 years. Bango reminds me of a hurricane and disaster area. Why did I mention a hurricane and disaster area? Because it's pure devastation. How can he mention a hurricane and disaster area? Have you ever been in a hurricane or disaster? I've never been in one, but I worked in a lot of them. Let me give you a little information on one. Hurricane Hugo, September issue, Life magazine. If you can find it, buy it. If you can find that magazine, buy it. In the middle of that magazine, on the front of the magazine, first of all, is a story about 2 immigrants coming to the United States. But on the inside of that magazine, there's a story about my father and myself, me coming to South Carolina to help him rebuild South Carolina after Hurricane Hugo. What's so synonymous about that? Nobody, absolutely nobody gave me any money to help me rebuild South Carolina. I did it by myself with a little bit of money that the people had and out of my pocket. The story speaks for itself. It speaks for itself. And it's not a story, it's the truth. It's just written on the storyline. Hurricane Katrina. Was I in Hurricane Katrina? No, but I went and worked Hurricane Katrina. I worked Hurricane Katrina for about 6 years. Off and on, back and forth from Washington, D.C. to Louisiana, working with Hurricane Katrina. I worked with Hurricane Sandy. All of this stuff is very synonymous, people. I did it out of my pocket with the little limited resources that I had out of my own personal funds. And if that doesn't touch you, I don't think nothing will. I absolutely don't think anything will if that does not touch you. If that does not faze you, that a brother that's been doing this out of his pocket for 40 years, you might as well just say 50 years. And then all the accomplishment and achievements that I have accomplished and achieved personally, If it doesn't touch you, something's wrong. You rather give it to the CEO sitting up on top of the Goodwill, the March of Dimes and stuff. And I ain't saying the March of Dimes and stuff is not a great organization. I'm just saying that there's organizations out here that's doing great things that's unknown, that's unseen. We need to reach out to organizations such as myself that's doing everything across the board. We do stuff from health and wellness to job training, education, safe, affordable housing, gun violence, police brutality. You name it, we do it. We go where the call is the greatest. That's what we do. People like Facebook, let me get back to Facebook. People like Facebook don't want people like me to be seen for the greatness that I've done and the greatness that I continuously do. That's why they cut the programs. They devastate the people that you're trying to get in contact with. They block you on every corner. When you post the truth, they don't want to have the truth posted. Like I said earlier about the mask over the thing over the mouth. What the people can't pick the corn. They couldn't eat the corn out of the field because they had the thing over their mouth. So they didn't want that on, so they took that off. That's reality. Nobody wants to really face reality. I'm a realist myself. Can't you tell? All natural. I'm a realist personally myself. So I want you to know that we're on our way to Luanda, Africa. We're going to partner with people in Ghana. We're going to be going to the Congo with Queen Diambi. Hopefully we'll be there in August with the businesses and the opportunities that we have. People, if you're online and if you're really serious about making a change and a difference in your life, financially, mentally, emotionally, and when I say emotionally, when you go there, you see nothing but people like yourself. You don't hear no violence. You don't hear no gunshots. None of that. Absolutely none of that. The people hustle and bustle from 7 o'clock in the morning until 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening. The streets are absolutely filled with people, but it's clean by midnight. They don't even do that in the United States. So I just want y'all to know, what's going on. Do anyone have any comments or questions about who I am, what I'm doing, what I'm going to do? Anybody? You can come online. You can come on live if you want to. Okay. All right. I want to wish y'all a happy, a great Wednesday, and y'all have a blessed day. Y'all be safe out there with whatever you do. Please, please, please pass this information on. Let people know the Waker Foundation, the Waker CD, and Waker and Associates is out here. We're making moves, and now we're making more moves. We're making money moves because we have to. It's about financing now. It's about creating a financial institution for everybody so we can all be on the same page. If you want to become independently wealthy or something that you're doing here that you thought that you can get it done and you haven't gotten it done, I think Africa is the place to be. It's a journey, but it's a journey well worth the ride. All right? All right. I want to wish y'all a great day. I'm still a little under the weather from the travels and stuff. But I would like to wrap up by saying I love each and every one of you, even if I never met you in person before. We can be great people if we open our mind to change if we open our mind to loving one another, if we open our mind to trusting one another, if we open our mind to the things that we know in our heart that needs to be done in order to create a wholesome environment for all people. You know. So I just want y'all to pass this video to let people know what we're doing. I have people online that's coming online that's helping me with my people with disabilities as well as everything else. I mean, we do everything. I mean, we do absolutely everything except for surgery. We teach self-defense. We do all that. So we do everything. So people, really, let's donate to the organization that really makes the most sense, that's doing the most for the most amount of people, and that can give back in a time of need. We've stepped out with hurricanes and disasters. We have done the homeless and hunger challenges and stuff. We have survived the test of 40 days plus of living without food and living on the streets like a homeless person. We have done it. The Waker Foundation, the Waker CD, and the Waker and Associates, we have really did the thing to the utmost. Nobody, and I challenge you all to do this. Nobody, absolutely nobody has done as much with as little as I have, as the Waker Foundation has, as the Waker CD have, as my staff have. We have had a school that went to the top of the charts in 4 years, went from the bottom to the top. And after it became very successful, the people that was over the program decided they didn't want it successful anymore. So what they do? They decommissioned the information that we provided to make the program successful for another 5 years. That just goes to show how devils work. That's devils working like that. So people, love, peace, and blessings be unto you. Thank you for watching this video. I hope y'all pass this video along. I hope you start following me and understand my plight as far as the United States is concerned, as far as the work that I've done, the letters that I've written, the works that has proven to be successful here in the United States. And now it's time for me to go abroad with the information and make it very successful at home in the motherland. So I'm going home to the motherland because she has called me home. All right. Good morning, everybody. God bless you, keep you, and I wish you nothing but the best. I'm gone.